Hello all, I'm Sai and you're watching The Book Dragon. In today's video, I'm bringing to you a spoiler-free review of Sita, Warrior of Mithila by Amish Tripathi. So let's get into today's video. Before getting into the plot, writing as well as the characters in the book, which are the three main points which I'm going to speak about in this review, I'd like to give an overview of what this book or this series is all about. Now, Sita, Warrior of Mithila is the second book in the Ramchandra series that is being written by Amish Tripathi. That's right, he has not finished the series yet. There are three books out now, which are Ram, Sign of Ikshvaku, Sita, Warrior of Mithila, and the third one, which is Ravan, Enemy of Aryavarta. These three books show the backstories of the two main protagonists, that is Ram and Sita, and the one main antagonist, who is Ravan. These three books are written in such a way that though it is a series, you can read these three books in any order. There is no need to have read Ram for reading Sita, and there is no need for having read Ram and Sita for reading Ravan. You can read them in your favorite order, but I chose to read them in the chronological order, that is in the order that they were released. I read Ram first, it was good. I read Sita next, which is excellent if you ask me. I'll tell you why it is excellent in a few more minutes. And the third one is Ravan, which I'm going to read pretty soon, and I'm expecting a lot from it, and I hope that it will not disappoint me. And the best thing about this series is that you can start it from any of the three books, but from the fourth book it must be read as a normal series, that is you have to read it in the chronological order. Now these three books have their climaxes as the common point, that is the climax of these three books is the cooping of Sita by Ravan. It is shown from the 3 points of view: how Ram sees when Sita is being cooped, how Sita feels while she is being cooped, and why does Ravan come and coop Sita. All these things are the premises of the climaxes of all the three books. I have not read Ravan, but I think that is the idea of the climax of the third book. So let's get into the in-depth review of this book. First, we'll see something about the plot of the book. Now, the plot of Sita, Warrior of Mithila is that we get the entire backstory of Sita until she is being cooked by Ravan. Now, Sita is found as a child on the ground by her parents who are going to grow her up, that is Sunena and Janak, and she is to be the princess of Mithila. I'm not going to say why the book's title is Sita, Warrior of Mithila, because you have to read the book in order to know the understand the meaning of the title. It's such a good thing to read and enjoy and get about. Apart from just her childhood, we get the character of Sita as a child, which in itself is marvelous, as written by Amish Tripathi. And apart from that, we get how she is educated and what she is predicted to be her, what is predicted to be her destiny in life in Ramayana. That was a thing which I didn't know about the story of Sita in Ramayana. It took me off the ground. I just enjoyed that specific part of the story, how she's being trained to fulfill her destiny. And apart from these, we also get Sita being the warrior, how she defends her country, how she rules. That is a main part of the book. How she rules Mithila and how she develops the small piece of land that she has into a very good and strong kingdom. Apart from all these, at the end we get Sita becoming a bride for Ram, and how she finds the love of her life, that is Ram, and how she evaluates and understands that she is the person that he is the person that she is supposed to be with, and how he is a part of her destiny and she is a part of his destiny. All those things have been done very good. It ends in the part where Sita is cooped, and the various reasons behind cooping Sita rather than any other character of the main protagonist is very well explained in this book. Next, I'm going to speak about the characters of the book. The main character is Sita, just as we all know from the title itself. And apart from this, we get many characters from the maternal side of Sita. That is, we get Sita's parents who grow her up, that is Sunena and Janak. Of these two characters, Janak is a very different character for a king, as well as we can see Sunena, who's the mother that grows up Sita. She's not her biological mother, but she is her mother. There are things which there are characteristics of Sunena that actually reflect as such in Sita: her boldness, her ability to develop the kingdom, and many such things. It was very well done, though she's not. He has shown this beautiful thing how you need not give birth to a person in order to make that person your child. You just have to grow them properly. That was done properly. And apart from that, we also have this very good sister dynamic between Sita and her younger sister Urmila, who's the biological daughter of uh, Janak and Sunena. That was very well done. Rather than being just an elder sister, Sita becomes Urmila's mother. That was so good. Apart from the family characters, we also get two friend characters of Sita who occur at many instances throughout the story. One is Radhika, who's a friend from school or the place where she is educated and trained, and the other character is Samichi, who is a character that comes into the life of Sita unexpectedly, who saves Sita at a particular instant, and there is this great thing that happens due to Samichi in the story. Thanks Amish for doing that, because it built the story great, and I just loved it. I loved the character of Samichi and how it progressed and ended at the how to say last part of the book. That was so good. Apart from these, we also get Hanuman in the story. We have more appearances of Hanuman in Sita's story than that which we had in Ram. I also expect that we'll be getting a separate book for Hanuman also, because in the real Ramayana itself, in Tamil, we have a specific part for Hanuman called Sundaragandam, which focuses mostly on Hanuman rather than any other protagonist in the story. I want such a book in this series, and I hope that it will be coming out as well. The last thing that I'm going to speak about this book is the writing, which is the strongest pillar of all, according to me, for making this book such a grand success throughout India as well as the world. Now, the writing of Amish Tripathi is precise and to the point. He has done very good research. He has presented facts as such. He has reflected mythology as it is, and he has not shied away from showing certain things that were bad in ancient India and how they could not be erased even after being thought forward by great minds like Sita and Ram and many other rulers who lived in that time. And also, apart from these, we get explorations of Sita in different parts of India. It is not just focused in Mithila and Ayodhya alone. We get a great part of Sita's training in South India, that specifically Kerala and Tamil Nadu, and the training is fully in Kerala, and the part of Sita's life which happens after her marriage, we have a big chunk of that in Tamil Nadu. And in order to intrigue readers more, I'm going to say about a specific thing which Amish has done properly and very good according to me, and it is the mention of Jallikattu in the story. We have this huge chapter full explaining how Jallikattu is being held as a competition in South India or Tamil Nadu in specific every year, and he has just set the proper rules of Jallikattu and what kind of a competition it is. He doesn't explain that in a barbaric way. He also tries to remove all these taboos about this cultural heritage of this particular part of India and how it has been through centuries and how important it is to preserve certain breeds of cattle and animals. I loved that part. He just did a great thing while writing this book. That's all I have to say about the writing. Okay, that's all for today. And if you're planning to read Sita, Warrior of Mithila, which I think you should, please do read it after Ram, because if you read Sita first and then move on to Ram, you'll be feeling a bit less of the first book, because Sita's that good compared to Ram in terms of the story that has been written by Amish. And if you read Ram first and then move on to Sita, I think you'll find the book way better than it actually is. And I do think that it deserves such a thing from the readers as a whole. If you found this video enjoyable and interesting, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share it to your friends. If you want to get more content from me, do subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.